you get an Oscar nomination for that first movie. Second movie, Fat City, for John Huston. That's not a bad way to follow that. And as a kind of small time boxer, and yet despite, here's where I want to really zero in on what you started to go into, which is essentially it was severe anxiety, right, that you had about acting, even after all that early, success and opportunity. What do you think was at the root of that?
I guess caring,
Yeah.
caring how you're perceived. My first film was a movie called Halls of Anger. It was about busing white kids into a black school. I was the white kid who was trying to, integrate, and the black kids kept beating me up. I'm telling you this story because this is, one of the reasons I get anxious.
Yeah.
It explains that. And so there was this scene where it was kind of the climax of the thing where the black kids have just beaten me up, and the boys' vice principal, played by Calvin Lockhart, wonderful actor. He's the boys' vice principal, and he's trying to talk me into sticking with it, kid, that kind of thing. And I get very emotional and cry and all that stuff. And they started shooting on his side, and they did his side. And I was going through my first major heartache at that time. And one of the things that actors do, we use different emotions, and we kind of do a little judo thing, and we can, use those same emotions to serve the story. So I was using this heartbreak emotion that I was feeling and able to get my tears and my emotion up. I did it for Calvin's shot, and then they went around to get everyone's reaction, and I was able to do it with them. And then they came to me, and I would do it for me. I said, gee, man, maybe after all, the old man is right. He's pretty good at this thing, And I was making it fresh, and I got a little hand from the crew, and oh, man. So now we cut to the premiere in Watts, and Bo is sitting on my right, my dad is on my left, and I'm sitting there saying, will you guys see this scene? I was so excited to show my teachers my stuff, and I'm looking at it, and the director chose to play most of the scene on Calvin. And they cut to me, and my face was something like, and the audience burst out laughing. And I think I had a little bowel movement, just a little, to elicit the exact opposite emotion that you're going for. You know what I mean?